Okay. Um, to Pacific's, to paraphrase, or basically to correct what I said about the preview for this issue, this cover, and then we hear the description and all that. Let me explain my theory about what I was talking about with Nicole possibly merging with Sally. Now, I know a lot of people think that's ridiculous and it's pointless and it may not happen. And you know what? You're correct. It may not happen. But the thing is, folks, it possibly can happen. There's a lot of other theories out there. You know, people have the theory of the fact that the freedom fighters, Sonic and Sally, everybody's going to come back moments before possibly Sally gets shot. Kind of have probably a point where Sally's like, oh, I can't go down that hallway or I'll get blasted or whatever. The thing is, folks, there's a lot of theories. I was just throwing mine out. And I was surprised. I mean, I have got over 27, I got about 27, maybe over that now, comments on this. And I'm about halfway to 400 in little over 48 hours. I mean, I posted this at 10 something in the morning on my birthday. So I'm a little over 48, about 49, almost 50 hours since that posted, and I've already got nearly 400 views. You know, a lot of people can sit down and they can type and they can argue what people like me are saying. But when I look at a cover like that, folks, it's just a theory. I mean, why is Sally suddenly all glowing like she's supered or something like that? What's the point? The point is a theory. And that theory to me is she possibly fused or merged with Nicole. It doesn't mean it's permanent. What I was saying, everybody, was the fact that it could be the event or one of the events that affects the characters and the story arc and everything in the comic for the next year, like Ian said. I mean, from what I understand, I read a post just recently, a few moments ago. Ian is on the Bumble King forum. Ian has basically said that no one has guessed. No one has come close yet to guessing what happens to 230. And you know what that tells me about Ian when it comes to this? It tells me that he knows that there are viewers out there, there are readers out there that are this close, within a pinch length, if you will, an inch length, if you will, of guessing of what's going to occur in the comic, in that issue. He knows that. And you know, I've said this before, and people can argue with me, and they can say whatever they want to say. The truth is, folks, I believe the reason I was banned off Bumble King forums was due to the fact that Ian Flynn knew someone like me was getting too close to the truth. That's the whole situation, folks. In my opinion. That's why when somebody says that Ian is saying that no one has guessed so far about what's going to happen, that tells me he knows. That tells me right now he probably realizes that people are reading Genesis, and he's probably thinking to himself, man, a lot of people pretty much figured out what was going to occur. Well, it doesn't help that he kind of gives away some of the clues in an interview, but still, I think Ian Flynn has to realize that he too was once a fan. And that by being once a fan, he realizes that fans think alike sometimes. So to me, I think, and it's my theory, in my opinion, that there's possibly something here. If it's just temporarily and it's just for this issue, so be it. But I feel Sally and Nicole eventually in that issue, because why is that cover there? I mean, yeah, covers are deceiving. There's no doubt about it. They are deceiving. We have seen that. Bunny Gone Bad from the Bunny Gone Bad cover from the Iron Dominion saga. That was deceiving. Because she didn't go bad. She was just being controlled cybernetic-wise by the Iron Queen. But again, something tells me here that it's just a theory, but I feel something like that could happen. And I know a lot of people will probably come out and say, "Oh, ask the question, well, what's your deal with all this merging crap?" All I'm doing is a theory. And believe it or not, there's a lot of people at the Saturday AM Sonic message board, Saturday morning Sonic forum, and the Sonic Stadium, and even the Mobius forums that agree this could happen. And if I was allowed on the Bumble King forums and I was put that theory down, there'd be a lot of people that would agree with it too. I mean, a lot of people have come out and said, it's a good theory, but it may not be that good for the comic because we may not see Nicole. Here's the thing. You can't say never in a comic book. It's just like in wrestling or in sports or in entertainment. You never say never. But here's the thing. Nicole, theory-wise, possibly fusing or merging with Sally on a temporary basis doesn't mean we won't see her again. It's like I said when I talked about this the first time. Folks, I said, theory-wise, that this could happen. And I gave examples from stories that I've read online. I've read stories online. I've read fan comics online where they have characters merging together, but it's only temporary. Then they unmerge or they unfuse. Don't you get it? This could just be a temporary deal. Again, I know a lot of people don't like to hear that. Again, I understand people will come out and say, that's stupid, that's pathetic, it's pointless, no way it could happen. Well, guess what? Just like some people have commented about when I mentioned this, you got to remember, this is Ian Flynn we're talking about. Okay? This is the guy that surprised us all in Sonic Universe, the Silver Saga, when he turned Janika, Lala Sue, if you will, into the first ever female Urajak, but also the first ever angelic, good Urajak. You got to remember that. You see, this guy, Ian Flynn, is capable of anything in this comic. So again, like some have said, and I am in total agreement with it, I wouldn't put it past Ian to try something like that, even if it's temporarily, even if it's just for that issue. But I feel it could happen. Okay? I feel it could happen. So, to specify, if you will, or to specify what I was saying, I'm not saying that it would happen. I'm just saying it's a theory. It's a theory that Sally could merge or merges or fuses with Nicole in 230. It's a theory. Not, I guarantee you, something that will happen. It's just a theory. And there's a lot of other people that have theories. You don't think right now that Ian Flynn's not sitting back at home on his computer, reading the comments on his forum, surfing around, and just looking at the comments on the other forums and just laughing his ass off knowing that he's got people talking? Like he's got me talking. Do you think he doesn't look around here on YouTube and on DeviantArt and laugh his ass off? Because he does. Do you not think he was in his hotel at Comic-Con laughing his ass off? I guarantee you people probably bombarded him with questions in that Sonic panel at Comic-Con. They probably bombarded him with questions. They wanted answers. I guarantee it. But again, getting back to what I was saying, specifically, I'm saying that it's just a theory that Sally may merge/fuse with Nicole in 230, and it may just be temporarily for that issue. It may be one of the events that last a year. We don't know, but it's just a theory. And that's all I'm going to say. You can argue with that all you want, but it's just a theory that it may happen, and that's all I'm going to say.